This 2013 Chrysler Town and Country with the Pentastar seems to be in pretty good shape. That goes to show if you take care of these engines, they will take care of you, despite the bad name that it gives off.
What do you mean bad name? People hate on Pentastar?
Yeah, they be hating on the Pentastar. They can somewhat have a bad reputation, for their lifter tick issues. But truth be told, I would drive a Pentastar engine because if the lifters go out, well, I'm speaking of a mechanic. Lifters go out, I'd rather do lifters on a Pentastar versus a Hemi or a GM V8. The heads have to come off. The heads does not have to come off with the Pentastar. The process is pretty simple. Simple for me. I can't speak for everyone else. And this
I would say simple. We got tutorials on our channel, and people have used that to do
Oh yeah,
their
they've been
lifter.
successful with it. So it's simple enough. If you follow my tutorial, you can do it at home. Let's put it that way. This gentleman does travel around the world. I think he just got back from Alaska with this van.
It looked like it too.
Yeah, I've never seen these many bugs in a condenser. Check this out. It's got to be thousands of bugs. It's bugs all over the front grille. This is not mud. This is bugs.
Would that affect the air conditioning at some point?
Yes, at some point. That's going to have to be cleaned off. Because if it gets so bad, it'll restrict airflow. But whoever he had working on it has been maintaining it pretty good. I'm pretty happy. They know about the thermostat because he said he just changed the thermostat. And the first thing that came to my head was, oh Lord, they used aftermarket parts. And I'm going to have to let them know it's going to give out soon. But nope, I looked under it and it was a Mopar part. Fresh oil.
Mopar?
Yeah, Mopar.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah,
I thought you was going to say it needed to have the aluminum. I'm tripping.
No, it's factory.
What about the oil cooler?
Oil cooler is not leaking. It is plastic, but it's not leaking, so I'm not going to mention anything. I see he needs a brake fluid flush. The brake fluid is very dark in color and stained inside the reservoir, so I'm going to recommend that. His front shocks are leaking, so I'm going to recommend front and rear. You want to change that stuff as a pair. There's something weird going on up here. I'm going to recommend we just clean it off and he monitor it. But it's some oily substance up in this area. And I don't know, because I want to blame the lines, the trans cooler lines. They feel a little weird. But they appear to be recently replaced. Something could be getting on them. Or my assumption, just an assumption, that his oil cooler lines blew in the past. He got it towed to a shop. And when it blew, it just spewed transmission fluid everywhere. And it got up in the battery tray. And now it's kind of running off back onto the lines.
Walking into over here.
So, yeah, it came back up in the shop.
Now, question. Well, comment. A lot of people say that the Pentastar sucks, yada, yada.
Mm-hmm.
But we know that these engines will go the distance with ticking lifters.
Yeah, with ticking. I've seen people just keep driving thousands of miles with them ticking.
A lot of people don't know these are award-winning engines.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think if you're bound to have known issues, over 10 million of these engines was made. So out of all those engines, you're bound to have some issues. But they kind of boil down to like under 5 issues.
Well, look, they're not self-grenading Toyota, and they not consuming oil, so they are all right.
I can't say that. They are right in my book too.
Kia Hyundai.
With the proper upgrades, this thing can go the distance. I am going to notate his valve cover back here is starting to seep. It's not really that active. I got my laser beam today.
Let me see. Where is it?
Back here is some oily substance.
Oh. Great job, doctor.
Yeah. I don't know if it's coming from that little... It needs attention. It needs attention back there. could be coming from the crankcase, breather, seal. Need a valve cover, in other words. So I'm gonna recommend, you know, just put it on this ticket and need future attention. I'll say the biggest thing for this gentleman right now is the shocks. Front suspension look good. This patient does have like 140,000 miles on it. And he does have it decked out as a camper conversion.
I don't want to put his business out there and show it, but
it's pretty neat.
It's nice in there.
It's got a little bed in the back. Like it even got a little curtain right there.
That's dope.
So
I love this. We should do
I
this.
would definitely rock that. He got a solar panel on the roof.
I don't know if I'm too short to see.
That's some type of solar system he has. So it's pretty neat.
Listen, when we're empty nesters, instead of we should just do this. Me and
I'll
you.
say we get an
Open road.
express van and do it.
I ain't going to Alaska though. That's too long.
This is too small for
Take
both
me to
of us.
Texas.
I can take you to Texas now.
Not in one. It ain't outfitted.
We can outfit the Express SS.
Okay, I like that.
Go down there in some style. Before I report my findings on that town and country over there, y'all remember the Volt that got on my nerves? I was trying to get it to run, and I didn't know how, and got kind of upset at it, calling it all kind of names. But one of my guys figured it out. This is how you do it. You get it, I guess, in run it ready mode, meaning it's ready to drive and stuff. All right. Then to crank it up, you have to pop the hood. So if I close the hood, it'll shut off. That puts it in service mode. So the engine should shut off.
You still don't know.
Per my guys. Let's see. But that's how you get the start, and that's what I was trying to do. So while I was gone, I had my guys run through, double checking everything because I didn't get a chance to double check it. And it's running a lot better. It's not putting. We are going to perform a tune-up on this car. 30 mass airflow sensor will cause a lot of issues. So before you go out and start replacing parts, if you see like a too lean, too rich, and the fuel trims all over the place, look, there it will just cut off, and I won't be able to get it back started again. But before you start replacing
you can,
stuff,
by popping the
yeah.
hood, right? Okay.
So before you start going out and replacing stuff, mass airflow sensors, just try to clean it. I think CRC, or somebody correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but they make mass airflow sensor cleaner specifically for mass airflow sensors. Even you're supposed to do it like every so often. It's supposed to improve the performance and the drivability of the vehicle. But let's try it again. Second time. Woo! I feel special. Just pop the hood. Because that's the thing that got me. I'm like, it was sitting there running forever when I had the hood popped. As soon as I started driving and had the hood latch, it just never crunked back up. Man, forget that job. Let me go report my findings now.
I like how you have all the bicycles. The kids do this?
Oh, Mikhail did that.
Park them next to your bike.
Yeah, one of our friends, he's been helping me around the shop.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out to him.
Yeah. I want to tell y'all good people something. Where Chrysler product messed up is when they stopped making these bad boys right here. It's not necessarily the vehicle. Let me pop the hood and show you what it's all about. It's always what's up under the hood.
You cleaned
That
this?
matters. Yeah, I've been trying to get you to come out here and look at
You
it.
should have been a detailer.
Nah.
When can I get my car washed?
The filth
Oh,
of
see
never.
how he said that? The filth of never. See how you treat me out?
It's all about this right here, that 4-liter inline 6, the all-time greatest Chrysler engine ever, in my opinion. Along with the 3.8. I like that engine too, and there's another one that I can't think of right now. But man, this is a tank of an engine. My daughter done ran this thing well up in the 260-degree range.
Well, you know what?
And-
They didn't even know it was her car. So this is our
Oh, yeah.
daughter's car.
This is my daughter's car, passed down by her
Great aunt.
great aunt. Shout out to you. You know who I'm talking about, Vanessa.
Mm-hmm. I rode in this Jeep. First of all, she bought it brand new. It was a 99.
99, yes.
She brought this brand new off the lot. I rode in this Jeep as a child, and I'm 36 years
That's
old.
amazing.
Yes.
And it got 300,000 miles on it. And still purrs and rides.
They ain't gonna believe it. Crank it up.
Still purrs and drives like a brand new car.
I mean, Alex, really? Why I can't get my car? See y'all, see how? I'm gonna just take this moment to go on a little rant. See, him and my daughter, they have a special relationship. Now she getting her car washed and clean, and you see my car, it's old dusty.
Cause it got a dented door.
Then I still want you to wash my car, but she get wet tires. Look at this.
I didn't wipe down the wheel. We gotta be in the parade. Oh, speaking of parade, guys.
Wait. Let me show. See that?
297, 300,000 miles.
Still ride, baby. Everything still work.
Mhm.
My auntie took very good care of this Jeep.
And of course, you got to take care of your cars, oil changes, but they would just go with neglect. But this being said, the reason it's all shined up nice and pretty, my daughter won. As you know, I think a week or two ago, I was participating with my daughter campaigning at her school with the homecoming king and queen stuff, trying to win. And
She
got up through that, and then she bust out a solo on us. I was like, wow, boy, the other 12th graders,
parents.
they was hating on my daughter, I'm telling you.
Proud parent moments, because the principal asked was who's gonna sing the alma mater, and
That's
nobody
a new
wanted
thing.
to, and my daughter, I didn't do it.
Sorry.
She did that. But anyway, we are going to go. She has to be in the parade because she's the queen, and we're gonna deck this thing out. She got to look good in it.
So we bought a whole bunch of decorations, and we're gonna use it. She's gonna be sitting on the roof, and we're gonna be in the parade. We're gonna turn it into a float.
Yeah.
Let's see, can we drop a picture?
Do you guys want to come along? Let's take you along. Y'all comment below if y'all don't ever want to see anything family oriented again.
And we'll stop.
We're proud
showing
parents.
you
Yeah.
our everyday life. This is my everyday life. Unfortunately, this is gonna cut into the work day, and y'all get to see. What's going on, buddy? This is a beautiful truck right here.
Beep the horn one time.
Another pretty little poison.
Beep it.
He's looking for it. It's on the
Oh.
by the light. It say fire missile. By the mirror. Look up. Yeah.
How about I told you to beep it and it still scared me? Did it scare you?
I think I got him already.
Yeah. I'm kind of used to it this time.
I like
It's
it.
so loud from the outside.
It says big
'Cause
boss on the front.
I'm always in the inside when I be messing with y'all.
Sexy truck right there. I know you like the horn.
Yeah,
so
I
much.
love the horn. I actually ran into that gentleman yesterday when we was decorating. My daughter's Jeep made it into a float. It was very nice. We'll put it
Oh well,
in the,
we might as well put it on up here now.
Yeah.
We decorated her Jeep. We did the
it was very
parade.
nice. Hopefully you can put a clip in.
Yeah.
Or incorporate the video. I don't know how you'd be doing it. But that particular truck, the customer was hearing some type of grimy metal sound like every so often. So I jacked it up. At first I thought it was his big tires. No. He was like, yeah, that noise always been there with the tires. I'm feeling something in like the center area by my feet. I was like, yeah, your transfer case is down there. So I jacked it up, checked all the wheel bearings. Wheel bearings is excellent. Listen to the transfer case, and it's making funny noises. So I took a fluid sample, and the fluid is full of glitter. Now, you're not going to be able to see it with the camera because I don't have super HD. But trust me when I say it's there, and I showed the customer the glitter, and I was like, it's no point of changing the fluid. The damage is done. When you see like little glitter in any type of oil, transmission oil, gear oil, motor oil, something is wrong. and that unit will need to be rebuilt or replaced. So I'm gonna recommend a transfer case for that gentleman. All right, let me get into some real work, guys. But before I do, I had somebody in the comments talking about he never see me work, and you always trying to convince people you're honest and nice. Huh? What are you talking about? See these hands right here? Been working my entire adult life with these hands. And right now I'm blessed enough to be able to slow down a little bit and let my guys do the heavy lifting for me. Isn't that the American dream at the end of the day? And whoever made that comment, you just keep watching. I'm not trying to convince no one. I'm simply just going my day-to-day life and sharing my journey along the way. So that was a weird comment, but okay. Whatever you say, buddy. Whatever you say. Convincing people. Man.
I will say this, we've had some struggling times, ain't we? Oh, Lord.
We still have struggling times.
We do, but not as bad as back in the day, I'm telling you.
Yeah, back in the day it was awful.
Alex had worked several jobs before this. And
we were just talking about something today. It's like, we're speaking of a family member with my wife. I'm not gonna name no names, no need to. He's like, you don't have to drive. I guess it's, I don't know, the way he brought up, back in my day, when I didn't have a vehicle, I literally rode my bike to work.
Sure did.
Remember
that?
When my paycheck wasn't good enough, I literally mobile mechanic and did side jobs after work, coming late at night, home, and just, man.
Struggling. You didn't have no car. You had to ride the bike to work. We had to.
Yeah, they used to mess with me, call me, what they used to call me? DMX and all kind of those silly names.
Sorry for laughing. I remember that because you wrecked the only car we had.
Mm-hmm.
You took the bike to work, and then we had to walk to the Walmart with the baby, put the grocery underneath the stroller, and walk home. Remember that?
Yeah.
So leave my husband alone. If you see him not working, but the business is booming, hey man, congratulate that brother because he deserves it.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sweetie.
Real work meaning electrical work. This is a lot of people's worst nightmare when it comes to parasitic draw. It's two ways you can detect parasitic draw that I know of. One with a multimeter. I'm going to share the other two in a little bit, but let me explain this way. You change it to milliamps, and I like to go on the negative side. You can do it on the positive side, but you can potentially burn up your multimeter if you ground something out or something weird. So it's just best to do it on the negative side. And you attach one end on the battery and the other end, of course you want to disconnect the battery, and the other end on the cable. And you will see a reading. What I normally like to see is no more than 50 milliamps of draw. I'm not going to use this way because, to be honest with you, I'm not that good doing it this way. And plus, I have to keep traveling back to the trunk. So I bought
that's
this.
where the battery is.
Yes.
I know some viewers might be like, what is he doing?
But if the battery was up here, I can just hook the tool up, post it up over here, and start pulling out fuses. But this is the new approved way right here. It's approved by me, Alex Cardone.
Less work, huh?
Yeah, yes, very much less
Let me
work.
see the tool for the people.
This is dummy proof. This is a draw monitor. Part number PB. Power Pro draw. I guess that's the part number. I don't know.
Can they get it on Amazon? Or
Yeah.
Is that...
Power Pro. I love Power Pro products. They make really good products.
And this is not sponsored. He's
no.
telling the truth.
So let me plug this up and I'll be right back. This plugs up to the OBD monitor. The only downside of this tool, if your fuse is blown for your DLC data link connector, it won't show any voltage. You just have to replace the fuse or figure out what's wrong with your data link connector, which you're gonna want to anyway. As you can see, I'm getting voltage 12.3. How you work this tool is you hit the little smart mode part And it's in smart output mode right now. Then you go back there and disconnect the battery. My favorite part about this tool, you can hit the link button because this is not very long. So say for instance, I'm under the hood disconnecting stuff. I won't know what's going on. Every fuse I disconnect, I have to come back in here. But with this one, I can actually look on my phone. How cool is that? And it'll give me this same reading on my phone. So it's like, yeah, it's so neat. So let's disconnect the battery. Make sure everything is off. I already turned the light off in there. This test is best done after closing all the doors or closing the door switch like that. But just have to remember it's closed, or the door won't close and potentially damage your lock. Every car is different. Some cars have a sleep timer on them that you have to let them sit for a couple of minutes, then they'll fall asleep, should fall asleep. BCM falls asleep. And yeah, so let me get started. So I'm just gonna disconnect the negative, positive, it don't matter. I'm gonna do the negative. I thought I had some pliers. Let's see if I can, oh, it wasn't that tight. Oh, some pliers right here. Customer had pliers. All right, now it's disconnected. This tool also works as a battery saver too. So if you're ever changing your battery, you can hook this tool up because it's a battery inside this tool that will save the memory, save your radio presets. If you have Honda, you know what I mean about the radios. They lock themselves if you don't save, continue to apply power to it. So it's a battery saver too. So already we have a 360 milliamp draw, way too high. As you can see, it's over their recommended limit, which is 40 milliamps. So that draw would definitely kill the system within a matter of hours. So while normally I go from underneath the fuse box inside, but since the meter is right here and I don't have my phone, because we're using it, I'm gonna start within the interior fuse box and just start yanking fuses and observing the number. Another tip when finding draws, what I normally like to do, which I already did with this one, I will sit in the car, preferably if it's hot with the windows down, and close the doors in a quiet environment and just listen. I can't tell you how many times I found problems doing it that way. Just close the door. Sometimes it'd be disc changers with the radio. It just be weird stuff that stays on, and just unplug it and you'll found the circuit. But here's the interior fuse box right here behind this little panel. So I want you to focus on, I guess, a wide view because they're gonna swear I'm cheating or something. And I'm just gonna start yanking fuses, and whatever fuse respond, I will then look into the circuit. So, and I just look, okay, no response. No response. Ooh. Check that out. I'll put it back in for you. Let's see if it, oh, damn. Wow. Okay. Found the issue here. Now, I'm going to look at my diagram. Well, that was pretty quick. Sometimes it takes a little bit more time. Whatever fuse circuit this on, this is a problem with that unit, or there's a wiring issue within that circuit. So right now I'm looking at the radio. This is the radio fuse I pulled. Knowing GM, this is a Saturn, it is GM. Knowing GM, it probably just has a bad radio. That's very common. But let's say, for instance, I found the draw. That's the draw. 20 milliamps is great. The reason it's pulling 20 milliamps is because of the computer is drawing power constantly to keep the memory alive. It's holding things like the IM monitors. It has to remember that stuff. That's why when you unplug the battery on most vehicles, the check engine light erases, because you just wiped its memory clean. It can no longer remember anything without the battery being plugged up. So that's just the computer drawing voltage off the system. What I was about to say, I'm trying to give you all my nuggets here. But let's just say if that circuit was a blower motor, and you pull the blower motor fuse and the amperage drop like that, the first thing I like to do is unplug the blower motor. If I unplug the blower motor, it didn't go away, then I start tracing wires, and most likely something done heated up and melted together, causing high resistance in that circuit. Hopefully it blows a fuse, but most of the time it don't. But with the blower motor, it's gonna blow a fuse, but that's the only example I can think of off the top of my head.
Sometimes, like you said, it's more invasive. Sometimes
Yes.
electrical diodes take a lot of time to trace wires. I just realized you're missing a button.
Sometimes it be the alternator. I can't tell you how many times I've unplugged the alternator and the voltage drops on them. Alternator pulling voltage. And alternators have fuses too. They're big mega fuses. So you just pull all the fuses. But that being said, good people, I'm going to finish looking into that. I don't think I'm going to have any surprises. I'm pretty sure it's just going to be a radio. And let the customer know she needs to take it to an audio shop and have the radio done. But in the meantime, so a battery won't be going dead, I'm just going to leave the radio fuse out and just let her know. But I hope you enjoyed that video. I know I did. If you did, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps the channel out. Alex Car Doctor out. See you on the next one.